Okay. LEED AP, PD plus C, exam preparation course. If you take LEED GA and it was long time, this is like a new start because the first part of the course, LEED Green Associate, LEED AP, PD plus C is actually the same as LEED GA. It's introduction. So chapter 1, introduction to green building and LEED credentials. And chapter 2, introduction to the LEED rating system. These parts are common between or share between LEED GA and LEED AP. The same process, the same introduction. But we will provide, try to provide more details always, because we are in LEED AP. You cannot leave anything without deep understanding, without detailing, very well detailed. So I will try today to make it easy for you, not having too much information. Let's try to finish introduction within this hour. And next class, of course, we'll start to move to the location and transportation, sustainable sites, water efficiency, energy and atmosphere, and so on. Chapter 1, Introduction to Green Building and LEED Credentials. Okay. So what is green buildings? What is the significance of green buildings? What are the various green building rating system? Why LEED? What are the various LEED credentials? LEED examination information. I believe you have completed some parts in LEED GA that speak the same topics, right? So no issue here. We are repeating this information, but we repeat it more faster. And then if you have any info that you think we need to stress more, to understand more, let me know. What are the characteristics of green buildings? Green buildings are energy efficient, water efficient, better indoor environment, use friendly or sustainable material, less waste, reduce transportation requirement, protect or restore habitat. Hence, they are reducing the environmental impact through the life cycle of the building. Significance of green buildings. Buildings directly contribute to the following: climate change, depletion of resources, ozone depletion, land pollution, water pollution, air pollution. So the solution for all that is green buildings. Green buildings. Traditional question. What can you guess which of the following have the highest contribution to greenhouse gas emissions? And the answer is, of course, buildings. Some people was looking, oh, okay, transportation industries, actually, they are buildings. Why? Because buildings only contribute to 43% of metric ton of carbon. But the industry and transportation also, they can be mitigated by good building design or city design. So we speak here about urban design, city design, smart cities. So buildings are a major contributor to greenhouse gases. You don't need to remember here numbers, but you need just to remember that buildings are the major contributor to greenhouse gas emission. And in energy chapter in LEED GA, we know what is greenhouse gas emission. Here again in energy chapter, we'll speak about greenhouse gases that coming soon. Per capita emission meaning per person. So it doesn't mean that if I say per capita is in Qatar, the highest per capita, it doesn't mean that Qatar is a big industrial country, but no, I say per person CO2 emission. If you go to China and so on, CO2 emission per capita is less because you have very high population. So you need to, I'm not speaking here country emissions, I speak per capita emission. Okay, the person, how much every person generate CO2 emission based on his use. Green building can reduce all these: energy, CO2 emission, water, and solid waste. And these numbers also are indicative. So solid waste by 70 it could be 60, 50, or more than 70 also. But this is just a standard case buildings. The buildings that achieve between lead, silver, and gold, not platinum. Okay, normal gold can achieve within these percentages. And it's actually a good question because in some areas, in some cases, you will ask you, okay, if you achieve lead gold, how much water saving you should achieve? I would say around 40%. Around 40%. Okay. Hoping my voice is clear to you all. Huh? If you have any notice or it's not clear or low, a little bit low, no, it should be perfect. Let me just write in the text box. How a building can be certified as a green buildings? How a building can be certified? Of course, we go for LEED certification. We go for LEED certification or any certification. Like here in many countries in the world, they use these types of certificates. You need also to have idea about what is Green Star, just to know what is Green Star. One line. Green Star used in Australia. Brazil use Aqua. Lead Brazil, lead Canada. Here in Canada, China using GB system. Finland, Promise. Germany, DGNB, and other systems also, like in Hong Kong, uh, using HK Beam. So you call it HK Hong Kong Beam. And every letter here indicates some kind of word. Okay. India is a GREA or IGBC, in the Indian Green Building Council. Okay. United Arab Emirates Pearl Rating System. Okay. Pearl Rating System. United Kingdom BREEAM. Taiwan EWH. Qatar GSAS. Can you tell me more about more green building? Please make more research for green building rating systems around the world and let me know. Why LEED? Why LEED? Now you remember, yes, we are in LEED GA, yes, because we are in introduction and administration part later. These are common between here and LEED GA, and even I will have the chance to take this quickly and then move to the LEED process and speak about more details. LEED is internationally recognized, adopted in many countries, and very well accepted in our Gulf countries. GCC means Gulf Country Council or Gulf Council countries. Here, some project, it was 2014, a bit older numbers, but if you now you look, Saudi Arabia is higher than Emirates. Anyway, this slide is not something to study, just for your information to know that how it is important. I believe now Saudi Arabia become not 83, it's hundreds of projects. Any project in Jeddah, in Riyadh, in Dammam, in Neom, all have LEED certification, even more than LEED. They have some LEED, some other certificates, but of course you will find always LEED is there. LEED is very major, is a major certification. What LEED credential you can earn? We remember LEED Green Associate, you finish already, and now you're going for LEED AP. Some of you already take the exam, some not. You want to study LEED AP first. It's a good idea always, also not bad. You can study LEED AP, so you have even more solid information. And after that, you can go for the LEED Green Associate, the exam for LEED Green Associate, yes. Even you study EPD plus C, yes, you can go for the exam. And after you pass, you can review again and go for BD plus C. Myself, I did that. Long time I did that. Why? Because I like to take everything complete. That's why LEED Combo course is very nice course. Some people know they passed the LEED GA and now they already have the certificate and they are studying now LEED PD plus C, which is good also. So whatever you feel comfortable. As you know, LEED Fellow is a title that you take with experience, not with examination. And as you know, also, if you are BD plus C, you have the major certificate in LEED. I'm not speaking about LEED for homes, ID plus C, ND, or O plus M. For sure, you know that homes for small homes, ID plus C for interior design and construction, and ND for neighborhood development, O plus M for operation and maintenance. Okay. This is a lead core curriculums about so awareness, core concepts. So it's all this is not really necessary to know. So forget about this one. Lead Green Associate and Lead AP combined examination. This is an option I never talk about. That you can talk one time only, one set. You take both lead GA and lead AP. So if you go outside of the exam and you already passed lead GA but you fail lead AP, you take the lead GA title or certificate. If you pass lead GA and for sure passing lead and then passing lead AP in the same setting for the exam, then you are lead AP. Okay. The other option that will never happen that you fail lead GA and you pass lead AP. You fail lead GA and you pass lead AP, which is difficult to happen because if you fail in lead GA, I think you cannot also pass in lead AP. But suppose it happened maybe for some health condition or something, in this case you lose everything because you cannot be a lead AP or if you fail lead GA, so you lost all. My suggestion, take lead GA first and then take lead AP. Even though it's the same cost, it's divided into two times, it's better also. You will pay $200 only or 250, okay, instead of 400, right? So, but if you want to take it combined, yes, you will pay $400 for non-members, 550 for members, sorry, 550 for non-members. Okay, employees of your GBC are considered members. If you only USD 250 for members, only lead AP with a specialty exam, 350 lead AP with a specialty exam. This is the examination for lead AP. Okay, one good news, if you are a student in college or master or doctorate, PhD or any type of study, you will pay only 100. You will pay only $100. Okay, this is good news actually. Okay, so continue. Exam is 4 hours, so you need to sit for the exam 4 continuous hours. Is my voice now better or before? Write in the chat box. Also, you can open your microphone, speak, and close it again. No issue. Feel free to do that. So is it better now or before? How you can hear? Better? Any mark? Yes, now, before, anything? Can you hear me? I I just wonder because we are just listening. I don't know why nobody reply or is there any problem? Are you opening in your mobile phones, or you open in your desktop or laptop? Some of you opening mobile and cannot even reply in chat. Okay. No answer also. Okay, so how you can, I said before I was have some settings, I changed it, so that's why I asked you, but it take time to reply. How you hear it now? Is better or start with it?
It's better.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for your answer. So more about the exam, as I said, you need to you go to usgbc.org, usgbc.org, go to my credential or credential exam, lead GA exam, okay, and start booking. Just very simple process. You just register your name, your number, credit cards, your details. Make sure you take your passport, original passport with you to avoid any headaches because any other documents they will ask you, I need photo ID. You will take photo ID. They will tell you, okay, we need credit card. So big headache. If you want to be safe, just take original passport. You don't have any headache. You will just go direct inside the exam, inside the testing. Okay, this is my advice. If other thing, You take photo ID like what they said in the website. Photo ID is allowed. Okay, like driving license, ID, your national ID. Okay, but they will ask you further documents plus credit card written in your name plus plus plus. So it's why they say that. So just make it sure. Make your own passport. For sure you have passport. If you don't have, make it. It will take only 1 week to finish it in most countries, 1 to 2 weeks. And make your passport. Take your original passport with you. You have no headache at all. Register you to the exam with the details inside your passport. Don't register to the exam with any other details or nicknames or something. Just use the name in the passport. So when they see the passport, they will see that the same name in registration of the exam and the photo also updated photo. The exam will be two parts. 100 multiple choices question, total duration 4 hours and 20 minutes. Of course, 20 minutes is time, just not counted. It's a tutorial and survey and so on. Passing score 170 out of 200. It doesn't mean 85%. If you divide this, no, it's not 85. It is just let's say something reference relative performance, something like that. But from our experience, if you achieve more than 75% or you answer more than 75% of the exam, you are in safe. You are safe. Okay? You will be very safe if you answer more than 75% of your examination for exam question. Okay, one moment. Okay. So as a summary, what is green buildings? What is significance of green buildings and various green building rating system? Why LEED? What are the various and about the examination? Feel free to ask any question if you have next class about the examination. If you want to register for DT exam, for example, or LEED. Now we'll start the introduction again, but this is to the LEED rating system itself. So what is LEED and principles of LEED? Various LEED rating system, how the rating system work, US GBC, GBCI, and LEED Online, minimum program requirements of LEED. I believe things that are just consumable or you take it in LEED GA, we just go through it fast, but please feel free to just ask questions in the chat box if you want just to make it slow. But this part, as I said, it's a LEED GA. So we just finished LEED GA course. LEED means leadership in energy and environmental design. You all know it. You just finished LEED GA and you also, some of you passed the exam. Internationally recognized rating system developed by Green Building Council, United States Green Building Council. It's provide concise framework for identifying and implementing measurable green building design and construction and operation solution. Difficult? So it's a framework for sustainability framework. It's a voluntary system. What does it mean, voluntary system? It means they don't have profit and just the employees, they pay salaries and so on. But if extra, they will do some charity project or something if there is extra. Not, then that's fine. okay? Or just distribute the benefits to the employees. So employees of USGBC are very rich, then maybe if they have many projects, or maybe not, we don't know. Consensus-based system. Consensus, here's a word that always irritates us. It's based on best practice. The practice that everyone agree during the history of construction and design and construction. So when I say consensus, you are speaking just the language of LEED, consensus-based system, and third-party certification. Also another thing, it's strong certificate they mean, like ISO. And what is the difference? So is third party is first and second? Yes, first is when you give a declaration of a product you do. Second, when you have your syndicate, for example, or something, some entity management related to you also that manage you, give you the certificate. Okay. But when you go to third party, you don't have any relation with them. This is strong certificate. Okay. There is no conflict of interest. It's a third party. So it's like ISO, but LEED is not ISO, of course. LEED is different thing. But it's a strong certificate, similar to the ISO. Triple bottom line. This is the core or the heart of sustainability. I have the 20 years, more than 20 years, I study and teach sustainability and LEED. And I'm still, when I do anything in my work, I still using the three concepts. When I do any sustainable development, I do economic, environmental, social, or people, profit, and the environment, or planet. So we call it sometimes three P's. P, people, P, P, which is profit, and P, which is planet. Okay, or three E, economic, social equity, environment, three E's. Okay. Now we're moving further to something very important, various rating system. I spent in one project 6 months with my client to decide which rating system to go, because the client was very consumed and confused. Another thing that the client also, many clients will come and take my consultation. They ask me, we are client in this country and we have project in Saudi Arabia, and we don't know what system of LEED we will follow. So if you understand this, you can answer this question. So these are LEED rating system families, which start with LEED BD plus C, the one we have in this course, the mother and father of the LEED, and the other some specific rating system like ID, interior design, O plus N, operation and maintenance, ND, neighborhood development, and LEED for homes. New system like LEED for cities and communities also available in the market now, LEED cities and communities. We can add it here. Someone will ask me, okay, what is the difference between LEED cities and communities and the LEED ND? There is a difference, of course. There is a big difference because LEED ND for neighborhood. This neighborhood, it can be a group of buildings, but cities and community, it look at higher vision of the city itself, or big community, not just a small area, because neighborhood, it can be small neighborhood, group of buildings. Okay, and if we study further, we will know the difference between all these types of buildings. One thing that BD plus C include also major renovation. Okay, but some people of us still, we finish LEED Green Associate, but we're still confused between major renovation and the O plus N. O plus N, the building is existing. I will not major renovation it. I will not demolish any part or do new finishes or something. I'll just measure the building operation and maintenance and take some actions or put some plans for development for future. But in renovation, I am demolishing. I am removing some parts of the building or finishes. I am removing the HVAC system, okay, or making a major envelope change. So this is a LEED for BD plus C. Okay? It's still BD plus C as a major renovation. Of course, I'm not painting or changing the floor tiles. This is not a major renovation. Okay? As we can see, the BD plus C can cover or adapt many types of building, including new construction, healthcare, uh, uh, type like new construction, healthcare, current shell, schools, retail, healthcare, data centers, hospitality, warehouse, and distribution, all types of buildings. Yeah, all. Yeah. This is current shell. The only here concept, as we said in current shell, it's when we certify BD plus C. So we always say it like BD plus C core and shell. When we take the certificate, it's a pre-certificate. It's not a certificate. Remember that name. This is the only case. Why? You did not finish the building. You put the envelope, yes, nice aluminum cladding with glazing, but inside there is nothing. There is only concrete and major air ducts and machines equipment. I don't put any tiles or floor tiles or wall tiles or ceiling panels or anything. I don't put the lights, the lamps, and so on. Yeah. So this is a current shell for it. Yeah? Okay. Why? Because maybe KFC will take the shop and will make their own finishes, red and white. You see it, yeah? You see it? Or in Saudi Arabia, Al Bake, they will take and make the colors of the themes. Or any clothing or retail, they will make their own what? Their own theme. So they don't want you to finish it. So this is current shell. So what if I will stay pre-certificate forever? Let be DBD plus C pre-certificate forever? Yes, if you don't apply for another certificate in the next phase. Like what? Like let's go back. Go back. We go back in the first part already. In the first part, we said ID plus C, O plus M. So if I can, after a year of operation, I can go for O and the M. Yes? O plus M. I can go for, while I'm doing finishes, for ID plus C, interior design. Yes, yes. So they are very friends, by the way. Current shell and lead ID plus C are friends. They are couples because current shell he not finished yet, so he take pre-certificate. And then during after that, when the tenant come, he take ID plus C. So they always friends because the tenant cannot take lead BD plus C again. It's too late. You already current shell. How can you take BD plus C? And this may be the tenant is different than the one who builds the building. So it cannot be. You want to take BD plus C from the start, BD plus C new construction from the start, you finish the building completely, but you finish only up to core and shell, and you leave it to the tenant. So the tenant, what he can do, only control the finishes. He will go for ID plus C. Clear? All good?
So may I ask a question, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, when you say that the BD plus C, you take the certification for it. What is the timeline that we have for the certification? Say if the ID plus C doesn't new tenant doesn't come in for X number of years, so does the certification lapse?
No, there is no relation at all between BD plus C, current shell, and ID plus C. As I said, even you can take current shell and you just stop forever.
Okay.
It's up to the tenant to come and take his ID plus C or no. Maybe he come after 1 year or 5 years or 10 years. Anyway, I have operation manual and I have current shell documentation that I have take, and I will hand it over to any tenant who come if you want to do that. If you don't want, it's fine. It's up to them.
Understood. Thank you, sir.
Data centers. Data centers here. Actually, the picture is really not related because this picture of school, I believe. So sorry for that, but the data centers include something like that. Okay, so this one, cancel this. Let's see, these data centers. Data center not really occupied always. Maybe it's have admin building, so it's very rare certification under what it can be BD plus C data centers. Okay, you will not, I don't think you will meet on your life one data center to make a LEED certification. Okay, for data center. For retail, maybe yes, like any retail shop, different types of retail. You can apply for LEED BW retail. And by the way, on one question, retail, where you can find the reference guide, warehouse and distribution center, where can you find the reference guide? Healthcare, where you can find the reference guide. New construction, where you can find the reference guide. All these are here. You see this badge? It's one reference guide that cover all these types of building, call it BD plus C, LEED BD plus C. 800 pages. And it's not parts. It means not part for new construction, not part for healthcare. No, no, no. The credit itself and the prerequisite, if it has a specific requirement, all the requirements are general to all these types. But if you have a specific requirement to, for example, hospital, they will tell you a note down the page. This only for hospitals. It's a small note. So it means when you take BD plus C, you can work all these types of buildings. LEED for homes adaptation. LEED for homes cover only homes and multifamily, low-rise and mid-rise, these two types of home. And we say low-rise is like family home, 2 single stories up to 3, maximum 3. If I start 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and above, I am mid-rise, become mid-rise. Okay. 4 to 8, okay. 4 to 8 mid-rise, 1 to 3 low-rise. One time we are certifying a project and it was actually 8 or 7 stories like this. Building looks like the white building on the left here. If you can see my cursor. Yes, I think you can see my cursor. Yes, you can see it. These white buildings, we actually certified BD plus C, not homes. So mid-rise, it can be LEED for BD plus C, not for homes. It can be, but it can be also LEED for homes. So it's up to you. You need also to consult with GBCI during your initial communication when you communicate with US GBC at the start of your project, at the start of your project. Okay. All right, no problem. Okay. ID plus C cover commercial, interiors, retail, hospitality. It's not cover residential, okay? Don't worry, it's not covering any residential buildings. This is retail, so I'm not here, just we are watching the photos. Anyway, ID plus C have a separate reference guide only for ID plus C, just to note that, only for ID plus C. O plus M cover any building on the world, any building on the earth that have been built, existing building. That's why sometimes you call it LEED EB, O plus M, meaning EB, existing building, operation and maintenance. Existing building, operation and maintenance. Okay. 1 second. Just back up on. So LEED for neighborhood development. This applicable for like what you can see here, a neighborhood, a master plan, neighborhood, urban planning for a neighborhood. It can be one neighborhood or two together. There are, of course, area limitation. Okay, you have taken in during LEED GA. And there are two phases of LEED for neighborhood: LEED design, ND design, and the built project. Now they are separate, totally separate. So you don't need to take, if you take the design, you can take certificate, final certificate based on design. It's not like PD plus C, normal one. If you take construction, you want also to apply for construction, you go apply for construction. Why? Because these projects take long time, years. So you don't want to make it complicated, design connected to construction, no. Here a summary of what we have said for different type: building design and construction, LEED for homes, interior design, operation, neighborhood development. And I told you the new system, LEED for cities and communities. Okay. And it is also cover, it's bigger than the neighborhood development, the big scale of neighborhood development. Okay. Selecting appropriate rating system, we said based on the area. And if you have different building with different function, different use, apply the rule 60-40. The biggest area will win, will take the name. But actually in real life, when you do building certification, we can divide it into zones, and every zone will comply with the related rating system requirement. A bit complicated, but it's just like that. How you will know the zones? They will send you some different calculators for the zones and the other zones. One calculator will be for BD plus C, other will be for ID plus C or for O plus N. We don't know. Or within BD plus C, I mean itself, there is part hospital, there is part, other part is kindergarten, other part is residential, so they will not be the same, of course. But suppose I have 60% residential. So this is LEED BD plus C normal building. It's a residential tower or something. Suppose 60% is hospital and down is only a small commercial. So it will not be commercial. It will be LEED BD plus C hospital. Yeah, in most cases. The building can take multi-certification or many certification during the life cycle of the building. And yes, who will decide? The owner in all cases during design, during construction. So it can take BD plus C, and after that it can take O and M. It can take LEED BD plus C current shell. After that it can take, for example, what you call current shell. After that ID plus C, and so on. How does LEED rating system work? This is very important part. And hopefully we can finish today. I think, yes, we can finish. Of course, we can finish. We'll finish early because this is introduction to LEED BD plus C. I'll give you a chance to review again this part. Because very important part is the LEED process. Come in the exam, yes, around 9 questions. Around 9 questions in this part. These are in LEED categories. How the structure? Structure is categories. Categories. As you can see, these are different categories of LEED. Main categories and bonus. And in here you will further understand. We was explaining LEED GA today, last class in innovation categories, and we just have a thorough idea. But now we can know more about innovation. These credits categories give you 100 points. So additional 10 points as a categories bonus from these two categories. Okay? We will study all these categories and we will then go and take some bonus based on our work in this category. Are they different from LEED GA? No, they are not different at all. They are the same, almost the same. Categories here are the same categories within LEED GA because it's a system anyway. This is a LEED scorecard or a checklist. Scorecard or a checklist, it is the same. Every category, like what you can see, location and transportation. See the category have some prerequisites and credits. Here, let's go sustainable sites. See, sustainable sites, second one, third one. SS. sustainable site. Have prerequisite number one. See, prerequisite here. Can you see? Prerequisite. And here, of course, the credits down. Every credit by name and how many points. My advice, go and print this checklist and print it and put it in your office because you have a look at it. This is what the levels of LEED certifications are, from certified up to platinum, and they are these are points. You need to remember these points also. LEED certified level is up to 40 to 49. So if you achieve 39, you are not eligible. Silver, which is 50 to 59, gold, which is 60 to 79, 80, starting from 80 with U plus is platinum. And this is the system structure, rating system, credit categories, prerequisites and credits. You need to satisfy the mandatory requirements, which is prerequisites, and earn some credits. Then you get the certificate, which is the level of the 4 levels, whatever you have achieved. How points are allotted in LEED BD plus C? How points? I can see, I go back. As you can see, there are some points that you have. Hello? Can you hear me? There are some points that you have here different credits, and you can see that these points are different. So it's 1 point, sometimes 2 points, and so on. So how points are allotted? How the points are allotted in LEED certificate? Why this one and this two and this three and so on? I hope you hear me. If you have any problem, let me know in the text box. Okay. Points allotted based on how the credit support LEED goals. So these are the LEED goals: global climate change, human health, water resources, biodiversity, sustainable and regenerative material cycle, green economy, community, quality of life. Big titles, you can see, very big titles, yes? You can see here, big titles in front of you. Which of these credits have more impact? Of course, number one have the more impact. That's why you will find the credits that have relation to um, global warming and so on will have more impact or higher points. Okay, in LEED. Here, what you say. So you will ask me, okay, what percentage? Climate change or global warming take 35%. Then human health take 20, and after that, if you go to water, biodiversity, and so on, until you get 5% for natural resource and community. Okay, so I hope this is clear. All right. This is LEED reference manuals, that the publication by United States Green Building Council, which details intent, requirements, and so on. As you see, LEED BD plus C, LEED for homes, LEED for O plus M, LEED for interior design. All these are LEED systems. Okay. Now we will move to the next part. First, any question from the first part? I will just make a stop, small stop. Any question? A question, please. No question? Okay, all okay, okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. We will move then to the USGBC, GBCI, and LEED Online. USGBC, GBCI, and LEED Online. USGBC. What is the role of USGBC? Reference guide, rating system. Rating system means to develop the system, and not only the reference, they are related. Yeah, rating system means the lead. Okay, so how to measure and so on. Educational programs. So when you do your credential maintenance after you become lead GA or lead AP, you become lead GA. You have two options. You can go to lead AP and within 2 years, and then you don't need to report for lead GA. The 15 hours. There are 15 hours in lead GA. 12 plus 3, 12 general plus 3 specific. And this actually need a different lecture about that. Anyway, USGBC have educational programs, rating systems, reference guides, and so on. GBCI only for professional accreditation, like your exams, and building certification. And we have seen before that, I stressed that professional credential accreditation or credentialing is for people like you, for engineers, but certification is for building. Don't say I am certified, it's wrong. Means you don't take lead GA, you don't know how the trademark and policy of the United States Green Building Council, how to pronounce your name as professional. In between, who connect this lead online, where we do the application and start registering our project in lead online. You can go from here or from there, no issue, from this website or from this website. Both you can register your project through both. Even if you make a username and password in USGBC, United States Green Building Council, you don't need to go again and make another username and password for GBCI. Why? Because they are sister companies. GBCI or USGBC, they are the same. There is no issue at all. Okay. Last points to remember. Here, points to remember about LEED. Only buildings can be certified. LEED Green Associate, LEED AP, and LEED Fellow are credentials. LEED does not endorse or certify any products. Second, please. Yeah, we said LEED does not certify or endorse any products. And another last thing is individuals cannot be members. Membership in USGBC only for companies, except the employees itself of USGBC. Employees only, these are members. USGBC member companies can use USGBC logo and website, business cards, and emails, and so on. Okay, now move to next one. Okay. So here, in here, we will speak about minimum program requirements. Minimum program requirements. Again, I want you any note about sounds. It's clear, or before it was low, now clear, or what? I need your, your feedback always, because I have many options here. So I just want to know what is better for you. Okay. Like this good, or now is better, like this better. Like now, right now, it's okay. It's same like before, or right now is not so good. Paul, can you answer? Now is better than before, you mean? Right now? Okay. Anyway, Oh, okay. Okay then. No issue then. Okay, fine. I think a little bit higher this one. Just, okay. Um, anyway, minimum program requirements. What are the minimum program requirements? We call it MPRs. Like area requirements, some requirements that you cannot apply to LEED certification if you don't achieve or if you don't have these requirements satisfied. If you don't have these requirements are satisfied, you cannot apply for the LEED certification. Never, because you are not eligible. And if you are not eligible, you cannot do anything. What you will do if you are not eligible? Nothing to do. Nothing to do. Okay, so must be a permanent location on existing land. If you build in island reclaiming, or reclaiming the sea, like the pre-island in Dubai, it's not possible. Even though some projects there take LEED certification, yeah, but it's not possible. If your project you reclaim this island by yourself and you make the project, it's not eligible. Must be consistent LEED site boundaries. And we say reasonable, consistent. Remember these words, very important. Reasonable, consistent site boundaries. You know the word gerrymandering, like you do stealing the area. This is part of my site. This is not, of course, this is not the way of work. If they know that you are gerrymandering, meaning like your site boundary is not clear. Where is your site limits? And you only can decide the site limits, by the way, not anyone. Not anyone will decide for you where are the site limits. No one will decide. You decide as the owner. This is my boundaries. This is my project and this is my landscape. Okay. And then area requirements. Area requirements number 3, 1,000 square foot for LEED BD plus C and LEED O plus M. Okay. Okay. Why square foot? Because this is American units. Okay, this American units, they use foot always. They don't use centimeter or meters. If you want to transfer it, use very simple. Foot to square meter, you will find this around 250 square meter. Okay. Next, 250 square foot for LEED ID plus C, like a small, big room. Okay, a big room. So it's normal and no issue at all. LEED ND should contain at least 2 habitable buildings and no large than 1,500 acres. That is the point. That is the point. 1,500 acres. So if you are more than 1,500 acres, go for LEED cities and communities, the new system. If you are smaller than 1,500 acres, you can still also have a choice between LEED cities and communities and LEED 4 ND. Okay, clear? Okay. Next one. LEED for homes should be dwelling unit, meaning a home, a small home. Dwelling unit have toilet, kitchen, and living area and sleeping area. This is the meaning of dwelling units. So if your project here, this is project, and you have here one building, and you have here one building, another building here, another your proposed new building here, and this is your side boundaries. But this is not your LEED boundaries. The one I'm marking now, this one, this is not your LEED boundaries. The one I am making by green mark now. This is not your LEED boundaries. Why? Why? Because this is the project boundaries, but not your proposed new building here that you will have certification LEED. This is the boundary where the project and the management of this project is dotted line with landscape parking area related to the management of this building. Who will decide the LEED boundary? The project team, not you, not the GOSGVC, because you are aware of your project, not them. So you will tell them this is my LEED boundary. So, but based on this measurement or based on these principles, don't lie. Okay. someone have some environmental issue within site, you will say, no, my boundary not here. It's not my boundary. But after the project, I will just amend the fence to be like that. So this is gerrymandering, okay? Well, we almost done. Don't worry. We will not take more than LEED process today, but you need to review. We are reviewing LEED GA and again in LEED AP. The purpose of MPRs provide clear guidance to customer and reduce challenges and protect the integrity of program. So not having program problems and there is no clear requirements will make people, customers who register their LEED projects, they will make them not satisfied. So this is an issue, of course. Yeah. Yeah. Any questions? Okay, now we are open for discussion. We are not many, so I think you should ask, you should discuss anything if you want during the class. Why? Because to make it more interactive. This is the way. Because that's why we do always interactive sessions. Why? Because we want you to participate. That's why we make it live. Otherwise, we make it recorded. So. So we'll just take notes like now. We finish the process. We'll give you an opportunity chance to review again the LEED process in details, the details we mentioned here. Practice again for LEED AP. Consider this study for both LEED GA and LEED AP if you don't take LEED GA. And we'll come on Wednesday to go for two important and the most confusing chapters, location and sustainable sites. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, engineer. Please go ahead. Have a question? Someone?
Yeah, I have a question. Which version we will use this training for? Which version?
Training based on LEED version 4.
Because there is 4.1 also, right?
Oh, this is a version 4 projects, but until now, until this moment, and for 1 year later also maybe, still the exam version is version 4.
Okay.
To give you version
Okay.
4.1, for example, you will go to the exam, you will not find the same content. We give you the exam content.
So the exam, it will be for on version 4 only?
On version 4 only. And this is good for you.
Because I saw also there is version 5 now upcoming, right?
Version 5 also coming. That's why maybe
Yeah.
after version 5 they will start to modify the exam, but not every version or addenda they will modify the exam. So I expect maybe 1 year after version 5 come official, and if the version takes satisfaction from the projects and customers, they will start to have it as examination version. Like before, we have version 3, and it was version 4 there, and version 3 still working version 3 until version 4 come. And after years, we start to use version 3. Why? Because the exam is still version 3. We also need time to update their exams. So they will give note before that. So I believe 6 months to 1 year minimum. Okay?
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question? Do you want to start? I have no issue. We still have 15 minutes if you want to start a new chapter. If you have, you can voting. Do you want to starting again? Engineer Rehan, Marwa, Mark? Huh?
I prepare next Wednesday.
Yes, I think so, because we will not take many also. So better finish the process 100%, answer all questions. Is the questions in LMS enough? How many questions there? Did you answer? Or nobody asked after? Okay, let me know on Wednesday anyway. And see you. See you Wednesday. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.